Okay, welcome back. So what is PEEP? Sorry. PEEP is a measurement of the amount of change in the exchange rate for a currency pair and is calculated using the last decimal point. Okay, let me give a practical example of what that means. Okay, and we'll have something like this is the chart, right? PEEP is just the amount of change in the exchange rate. Alright, so let's have from here, from this price, let's say from this price, this one here, to this price. So we'll have 0.69686 and we'll have 0.69470. Now what PEEP means is that the difference between these prices, so you can, to get the PEEP of these two prices, you can minus this and this. You get the PEEP. That's just as simple as that. So let's say 69686. 69686. I'm not using 0 point because this cancels this, right? 6986. 69686 minus 69470. So I have 216. Alright, 216. The 6 is insignificant. It's called pipette. And then 21 is the PEEP. That's the way the Forex market is programmed, alright? This 6. No, we got 216, right? The 6 is pipette. So it's an insignificant fraction. So what we're working with is 21, meaning that if you enter the market here and then you took your profit here, what you just made is 21 pips, right? Remember, 21 pips. So we're going to use 21 pips that we have made. This is how to understand the PEEP. When you're using laptop view of the MT4, I'll show you how to calculate the laptop view of the MT4. But this is I'm using a tab to do this, so it's giving me like a phone view or something, or it's in between the laptop view and the phone view. Okay, so I have, remember we're having 21 pips. That's what we got in this 21 pips. Alright, with these 21 pips, we're going to look at, I hope you understand how this was gotten. Just minus dex from dex. 0 cancel 0. Is that what minus? Any figure, just minus it and then get. You can even choose to do this and this, but just so we'll be on the same zone. Any figure you get is a PEEP. Alright. Now 21 pips. Now the next one we'll have here is lot size. Lot size in Forex is commonly traded. Commonly traded in a specific amount called lots. Forex is traded in an amount called lots. Basically, the number of currency units you will buy or sell. The number of currency units you buy or sell. Remember what the lot size means. Now this is just the breakdown of the whole lot size we have in the market. We have technically we have 4 different types of lot size, but here I have 3. The reason why 1 was not mentioned is because 1 is insignificant. It's called Nano Loads. It's called Nano Loads and it's insignificant, alright? That's why it's not mentioned, meaning that most brokers don't use it. Okay, let's proceed. We'll have 0.01. It just means 10 cents per PEEP. 0.02, 20 cents. This is a crucial part of Forex. So you need to understand it. There's no option to it. This is what will make you money. This is how you understand how much you will make or how much you will lose. Right? There's a lot size that translates the PEEP into dollars. So that's why the 2 essential things to control your risk in the market is the lot size you use. So this is how to break down the lot size. So I have 0.01 here and I have 10 cents per PEEP. 0.02, 20 cents per PEEP. and 0.03 I have 30 cents per pip, 40 cents per pip. This is it. So in this category it's called a micro lot, mini lots, and standard lots. Micro lot, mini lot, and standard lot. All right, and then so we'll have 10 cents per pip. Remember that in the calculation we made now, where we'll minus the two prices we have on our MT4, we'll got 21 pips. All right, that's why I made that calculation for, so that we can have the pips. We understand how to calculate pips. On system version of MT4, it's usually very simple to calculate pips. It's usually very simple to calculate pips. Okay, so we'll have 0.10. I'll show you that also. I'll show you how to download MT4 in your system. We'll have 10 cents per pip, and we'll have 20 cents per pip, 30 cents, like that. All right, so meaning if I go to my MT4 and I type, if I go to my MT4 and I type 0.01, it means in that 25 or 21 pips that we calculated, and I buy and I make profit, what I'm going to make is, look at this, 10 cents per pip. So for each pip I make 10 cents, because I used 0.01 on that lot size zone. Because I used 0.01 on that lot size zone, sorry. Each pip I make 10 cents. Each pip I make 10 cents. If I make 21 pips, I'm going to make 10 cents. 10 times 21. Remember, it's cents. Alright? 10 times 21. I have it equals to 210. Then I divide this by 100 because it's cents. So I have $2.01 cent. See, 2.1, right? $2.01 cent. That's how to get this. So if I make 21 pips with my 0.01, I'm going to be making $2.01 cent at the end of the profit, or if it was against me, I'm going to lose $2.01 cent if I use 0.01. All right, that's what that means. Now please watch this thing over and over again. If you don't understand it, make sure to understand it, I beg you. Now this is this 0.02, the same. Say I'm making 21 pips and I use 0.02. 0.02 simply means 20 cents per pip. All right, 20 cents per pip. So 20 cents times, I'm using I'm trying to make 21, right? 20 cents times 21. We're going to get what? 20 times 21. I'm going to get 420 because it's cents. Remember, 100 cents make $1. So because of that, we're going to divide by 100. So we're going to get, divided by 100, we're going to get $4.02. You understand? So that's how to calculate this pip. It's just as simple as straightforward. I'm trying to make it as straightforward as I can. I don't want to make it as cumbersome as what you see on the internet when you're trying to learn how to do this. Okay, now if I go back to my MT4 and I put in 0.03, that's what I want to use and trade. Back here and I type 0.03. So meaning for each pip I make 30 cents. Or for each pip I lose 30 cents. If I use 0.03, I'm going to have 0.03, which is 30 cents. 30 cents. So I'll tell you where the 30 is coming from. Times the 21 pips I intend to make will be equals to, make a calculation, 30 times 21, I will have 630. Because I'm still on the cent version, I'm going to have divided by 100. So divided by 100, I have $6.30. That's 6.3. Okay, $6.30. That's what I'll have, $6.30. So now you understand how this is done. Now this is in the category of cents. For each cent, any calculation you make, divide by 100. So this is 0.09. So the same thing. If I use 0.09, I mean I'm going to have 90 cents. If I make 21 pips, 90 times 21, I'm going to be having 90 times 21. 90 times 21. So I'm going to be having 1,890. So I'll divide it by 100. Divided by 100. So I'm going to be having $18.90. Alright, so that's the way this one works. Now this is in the category of the micro lot size. Now let's look at the mini lot size. Mini means 0.11 dollar per pip, $2 per pip. So it's a straightforward something. If I make 21 pips and I'm using 0.1 as my lot size, I make $1 for each pip. So I make $21. Straightforward, no division. Right? If I use 0.2, which is $2 per pip, per pip, and I make $2 times 21. So I make 2 times 21 is what? 42. So I make $42. Straight to the point. That's what it means. So same if I use 0.6. Remember where to input your 0.6 is here. So if I use 0.6 here, I type here 0.6. Remember this was about stop loss and take profit. Alright, this is stop loss zone. Remember how we did this trade. Okay, so if I use 0.6 here and 0.6 and I make a trade, I make 21 pips, meaning that $6 times 21, $6 times 21. So I'll be having 6 times 21, I'll be having $126. That's what I made. Remember, it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing, please. So it's not about the making, it's also about the risk. Alright, so we'll have on the standard category 1.0 till infinity. So it can be 1.0 for, if I use 1.0, I'll be making $10 per pip. So me 1.0 here. 1.0. I click buy or sell. What that simply means is that I'm going to be making 21 times 10. So I'll be making 21 times 10. I'll be making $210 just for using 1.0. Alright? Or I'll be losing $210. It's a two-way thing. So the higher your risk, the higher your profit, and or the higher your loss. The lesser your risk, the lesser your profit, or the lesser your loss. But the good thing about the risk management, I know somebody is asking, if Forex market has this kind of tools, why do people lose money? People lose money for two reasons. Number one, greed. Number two, lack of knowledge. Alright, so now you've learned this thing. Your job is to utilize it. The higher the lot size, the higher the risk, and the higher the profit. The lesser the lot size, the lesser the risk, and the lesser the profit. But what this category does for you is to build consistency. What this one does for you is it introduces you to greed, and of course you lose all your money. Alright, that's just what it does for you. There's nothing else. It's nothing more, nothing less that it does for you. Okay, so it depends on your equity, meaning that if you have $1,000 in your account, in your account, and then you're using a 1.0 lot size, and then the market goes in your favor for 221 pips, you're going to be making $210, right? $210. Now, if you're making $210 on top of $1,000, you're making $1,210. So this becomes your new equity. That's the new money you have in your account to trade with. Now, if it goes against you and you lose $210, you're going to be having a $790 as balance. And $210, it's 21% of your equity. Am I correct? So let's say $1,000 times 21 divided by 100. So 210. So it's 21% of your equity. So you want to target 21% of your equity just in one trade. That's a high risk. So 21 is high for you to take such risk on one trade. So now the advisable risk to take is 1 to 5% of your equity. I'm telling you how the professional trades, right? In the banking level, these are the way they trade. They don't have to risk. In the hedge fund level, that's how to trade. As we also progress, I'll teach you how to hedge your funds in the market. Okay, so now 1 to 5% of your equity. So now, if I have a $10,000 in my account, maybe I should just introduce the note. Let's say we'll have a $1,000 in your account. $1,000 in your account, and then the 5% of this money is equal to $50. How you get a 5%, in case you're not good in maths, like I am not good in maths, all right? How you get a 1%? I make calculations. I'm really not good in maths. You might think I am because maybe I'm good. I'm already used to the Forex calculations, but I'm not really good in maths. Even though I had read a course related to that, but that's by the way. Okay, let's have say you have a $1,000 in your account. You should take a 5% risk. 5% risk of your $1,000 will be equal to $50. This means that you're not permitted to take a trade that will have a risk of more than 50 pips in a day. The only time you should exceed a trade that is on a stop loss of 50 pips, it's when you have already made these 50 pips and you already have a $1,050. Then you can decide to have another trade taken, alright, because you eliminated the initial risk you have. Alright, that's what that means. So I think it's fine now. Let's say you have a $1,000, and with the $1,000 you're intending to take a $50, which is 5% of your equity. With this 5% of your equity, you're expected to have only trade. Remember how to place your stop loss. We mentioned that before, right? If you go here and then you're taking your trade from this particular level to here, the one say you want to sell, and from here to here, you calculate the pips from your entry price to your stop loss price. Alright? The price you intend to choose from your entry to your stop loss, you calculate the pips. If the pips gave you 21 pips, that means that your 21 pips you have here, the risk you can take on your equity, which is $1,000, with a 0.201 and 21 pips stop loss trade, place a stop loss 21 pips, you're going to be risking, remember 0.01 is 10 cents per pip, right? So I guess we're risking $2.10. Remember 20 times 10 divided by 100. That's how we got $2.10. Sorry, 21 times 21 pips times 10 cents divided by 100. So that's how we got $2.10. All right. So now, if the trade goes against you, you're going to be losing only $2.10. If you're from your entry price, the idea behind this is entry price to take profit and entry price to stop loss. So if you're from your entry price, you're having from your entry price to your take profit, you have like a 50 pips. And this market made its way to this point, and then you made 50 pips, and you use 0.01 on your $1,000 account size. What it means is that you're going to be making $5, right? Because 10 cents, 0.01 is 10 cents per pip, remember? Go, you're going to be making $5, so you now have an equity of $1,005. You understand that? Alright, now the essence of making is so that you understand the percentage of the risk. In the professional level, you're not permitted to risk more than 1 to 5% of your equity as a starter. When you get sufficient, you can start making anything between 5 to 10% of your equity. But the idea is make sure it's the percentage of your equity you're taking, and you're not looking at just the money you're going to make. Make sure you have your equity at heart before you take up any trade. That's the idea behind all the risk management, alright? In the advanced class, I will go deeper to tell you how to calculate deeper, but this is really part of the advanced class also. This is really deep also, okay? So you need to go through this video over and over to make sure you understand this path, alright? Make the calculation yourself, understand the whole thing yourself. Okay, the next slide we talked about the bullish, bearish, I mean buy and sell. I've mentioned that before. Talking about terms of forex. That's what this slide is all about. Terms of forex. That's the terms we use in the forex. Just to explain to you what terms means, so that when you see it in the market, you don't get confused on what that means. All right. The terms of forex. The terms means this. Bullish means buy. I've mentioned that before. Bearish means sell. Leverage means borrowed money. I mentioned that yesterday. Your borrowed money. All right. Margin level. I've mentioned that yesterday. Okay, let me mention it again in case you were not in the meeting yesterday. Bullish means buy. Bearish means sell. Leverage means borrowed money. Now, what that means is that if you come into the forex market with $100, and then while you're opening an account, which I will guide you through, I will show you how to do that. While you're opening an account, a broker asks you, choose your leverage. You will see something like 1:500, 1:100, 1:200, like that. See, 1:1000. Some brokers has up to that. Now remember that the platform we use is called the retail brokerage platform. So this leverage is what the brokers gives us so that we can access the market even with our $100. Because normally you can't trade forex market with $100, right? So the leverage they give you so that you can access the market. Now, if you choose, while you're opening your account with a broker, and you choose 1:100 leverage, it simply means that, say you finally funded $100, that's you deposited $100 to your trading account, and then you chose, while you're opening the account, you chose 100. So it means for each dollar here, per dollar here, for $1 here, the broker is giving you $100. So you end up having $10,000, because 100 times 100 is what? 10,000. All right. So you end up having $10,000 as an equity because the broker is giving you $100. That's what it means. That's what leverage means. All right. So now you understand the leverage path. So if you do that, meaning that you can be able to trade your $100 like someone that has $10,000. That's why people blow up their accounts easily, because they forget that it's $100 I have, or I don't have up to $10,000 that looks like it. So when you lose your $100, the broker will take out their. When you lose your $100, the broker will take out their $9,900 that they borrowed to you. Right? So they only borrowed that money so they can take that leverage and make money. Doesn't mean you should forget the fact that you have $100. So the risk management calculation I've done has to be centered on your equity. That's that money that you use refunded, not the leverage. Okay, so that's for that part. Then we have this margin level. For the margin level, it's also centered around the borrowed money, like free margin, right? You see free margin, you see free margin here, you see margin level, and you see margin. This is the borrowed money I'm talking about. Now you funded, the broker gave you a free margin. Alright, this free margin is the borrowed money. It's translated to percentage of the money. Then this is your margin. Now, if this margin is low, you see my own margin level here is very high because my equity is high. Alright, because my equity is high, my own margin level is very high. So if this margin level becomes very low, let's say you have $100. Because this demo account is like $100,000, all right? That's why, or this is 99 and $100,000. That's why this margin percentage is high like this. If your own is like a $1,000, $10,000, or $5,000, your margin level will not be as big as my own, right? So this borrowed money is converted to percentage. So while your percentage is going down, and your margin level is low, if it's less than, like say some brokers 30% or 50% or so, they will start calling you margin call, meaning that you should close all your trades on loss so that you will not eat into the borrowed money, meaning that at the end of the day, what you should be trading, it's your real money. So the broker will not let you eat into the money they borrowed you. That's why they call you margin call. So if you refuse to close your trades, they will start closing the trade by themselves on loss. All right, so that they can protect the money they borrowed you. So that's why at the end of the day, what you need to use the borrowed money to do is to make profit, right? Manage your risk, have your own equity in mind, and trade like your money and not assuming that you have more money. Because with the borrowed money, it enables you to place a high lot size on your account, even when you have small money. because normally with $100 you can't place a trade more than 0.01 if you don't have any margin, if you don't have any leverage. That's if you can come to the market with 100. You can't even come to the market with $100 at first. But let's give an instance with low, very low, let's say 1:10 leverage. You can only place trade of 0.01, right? Remember, 1:10 leverage is meaning for your $100, just make 100 times 10. That's the $1,000. So with the $1,000 in the market, 1:100 10 leverage will not let you place trade like that. It will usually tell you that the trade cannot, the money is not enough. That's what the broker will tell you. But because you have a borrowed money of $9,000 to your $100, or $900, right, to your $100, so you have total of $10,000. So you can even place a trade of 1.0 lot size. If peradventure 10 pips goes, remember 1.0 lot size is $10 per pip. So 10 times 10 is 100. So if 10 times 10, you lose $100. You have lose your $100. The broker will not intervene and give you small to continue. Do you understand? Alright, so that's the idea behind the whole thing. So the essence of managing your risk is really to make sure you have your own equity at the back of your mind. So you don't assume you have money somewhere which you don't have. It only gives you leverage to trade the market. Alright, the margin level. So the next one we're talking about currency correlations, correlation pairs and all that. We'll be furthering that, and I'll also be mentioning the trend of the market, okay, in the next meeting. All right, thank you for watching this. Make sure to go through it once, twice, or thrice as fast as you can understand, to make sure you grab every detail of this basic forex. Remember, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So the foundation is very, very important. It's very important. All right, thank you for watching this.